In the spirit of public service broadcasting, I'm here to help you with whatever advice I can get you. Not from me, obviously, because I'm a donut, but with some esteemed professionals who could be your career Sherpa. And who better to do that than Alexia Williams, the technical lead at a large local engineering company who champions enterprise route into engineering. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thanks very much for coming on. So tell us about how you came to doing an apprenticeship when you started out. What motivated your choice to choose the apprenticeship route?
Yes, so I heard about apprenticeships back when I was doing GCSEs. It was just a sort of soundbite that someone had said, and I thought, oh, I'll look into that a bit more. And then when I went and did A-levels, I knew I wanted to go off, do an engineering degree, but looked into university and thought, this just isn't for me. I want to get straight into business, hands-on. And that's why I went down the apprenticeship route. And when I found out that it was free, my parents weren't going to have to fund me through university, and I was going to get paid to be there, it was a win-win.
That's perfect, isn't it? Because you get to start working hands-on straight away.
Yeah, straight away into the business. The first year we go off to college, do some hands-on practical courses as well as doing the first year of the degree. But in amongst that, we go and do placements within a business, and then your second, third and fourth year, you're full-time in roles, in positions, working alongside full-time employees.
I don't know if that happens in the TV industry, because I'm always encouraging people to go and get their first, there's nothing like going out there and being a runner, we're seeing how an industry works, because actually when you get those first credits, then people take you a lot more seriously. And I'd imagine that people coming in after doing a 3-year degree, nothing against degrees, of course, but, you know, against somebody who's had boots on the floor experience for the last 3 years, I know I'd want to take on, because, like, you know, you've lived that experience for the last 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. And part of the apprenticeship, you then, as you say, come out with 3-4 years of industry experience.
Yeah.
Whereas someone that's gone off to university might have only done a placement in the summer.
That's right.
And because of that, they then have to go and do a graduate scheme to get into a full-time role at large companies.
Yeah.
And because of that, they're then 2 years behind someone that's gone and done an apprenticeship, because we finish with 3 years experience and the degree and just go straight into a full-time role.
And you're completely trusted. Everybody knows what you can do. You're very well drilled. You know where everything is. And it stands up to scrutiny for sure. So how valuable is that experience then for your development versus doing a university route? I mean, I guess, you've got shorthand as well in terms of being able to work with all the people around you.
Yeah, exactly. So because you're in the workplace, you can apply what you're learning at university or college straight into what you're doing every day. So it means that what you're learning, you're applying and seeing the outcome of it. And from that, your experience is so much more well-rounded that doing an apprenticeship is honestly the best way for it.
What results do you need then to be able to get on board and start the apprenticeship? What does it look like? Talk me through it. I'm somebody who goes, well, actually, this apprenticeship, I'm listening to you on the radio now, just going, yeah, blimey, yeah, an apprenticeship sounds like, an absolute no-brainer.
So usually the apprenticeship entry grades are relevant to the university that your company chooses for you to go down.
I see, okay.
But they tend to actually be a lot lower than if you're applying to go to university normally, because employers want it to be more about the person, whether you're keen to work there, practical, hands-on, are eager to sort of get straight into it. Whereas if you're going down just the university route, they're only looking at your academic grades, because that's all the university is going to be assessing you on.
Do you know what, Alexia? For me, I know that school, nothing against school, but school fails some people. Exams fail some people. Some people kind of buckle under that pressure of exams because they're not used to it, they don't like it. But that doesn't mean that they're not extraordinarily gifted, doesn't mean they're not extraordinarily academic, but in different ways. And so when that happens, they've got bags of personality, and they want to be able to put themselves, and actually where they flourish is in a workplace. And for those people, the apprenticeship route is exactly for them, because that is exactly where they find themselves flourishing. And people that might have gone on and done very well academically because they're good at exams may absolutely buckle under the pressure of the workplace.
Yeah, exactly. And I recently met someone actually that was excluded from school because they were struggling in that environment of sort of sitting, listening, and they struggled with the exams. And because of that, they then found actually they were going to go down the apprenticeship route and went in and did a level 3, which is equivalent to GCSEs. And they've absolutely flourished now, and they've been winning awards. and they've gone on to actually progress down the degree route. So that's something I was going to say today, is that even if you haven't got the A-level results that you want, you can start an apprenticeship at a lower level and then still be able to work up to going and doing a degree.
Well, we always say that, like, I was talking to some professional footballers the other day, and we were talking about hard work, versus kind of technical gift, and he was just like, hard work wins every single time. If you're the kind of person, you're the kind of candidate, have got your sleeves rolled up and you are ready to learn and you don't mind making mistakes, you just want to keep getting better and better. Life, I think, is an apprenticeship. You want to get better tomorrow than you are today, and if you've got that kind of mindset, then nothing's impossible, is it?
No, it's a continuous learning curve on an apprenticeship, because you're constantly moving around, meeting new people, trying new things, and it's a chance for you to make mistakes. It's a chance for you to learn new things without the fear of you getting fired because you're actually a manager, but you're not, because you're an apprentice. You get the opportunity to do loads of different things without the fear of it going wrong.
And obviously it sounds like you're very supported by the company you work for.
Yes, so I've gone and done 2 apprenticeships actually. So I started off on a level 6 doing aerospace engineering and only needed 3 C's at A-level to get in.
Wow.
I ended up actually with A-star BC, but for me, because I knew I only needed 3 C's from middle of the way through, it took a bit of the pressure off.
Yeah, definitely.
And then once I did my level 6, I finished that and then went on and did a level 7 apprenticeship as well to help me flourish into my future career and become a future leader.
And so how's it going now?
Yeah, all finished, done both of them, and as you mentioned, I'm now a technical lead.
That is incredible. Congratulations. A ringing endorsement, and also like a brilliant role model as well for anybody listening that wants to go down that apprenticeship route. You also do talks for school kids, don't you?
Yeah.
So tell us about your efforts to try and get more women, I guess, studying in STEM subjects, because there aren't as many of you, are there?
No, so women only make up about 16.9% of all engineers in the UK. So for me to try and get more girls to go down the STEM route is a fantastic way, and a way for me to show them what you're capable of doing through the apprenticeship route or through other routes into that STEM career. And it's just, get more women in. Apprenticeships is a fantastic way to do it and close that skills gap.
I'll tell you what, there's no one better to beat the drum than you. You're doing fantastic work. You also do mentoring as well. Tell us about the impact that can have.
Yeah, so mentoring, I mentor current apprentices, students. I quite often get a lot of students in their A-levels reach out to me on LinkedIn asking for advice on how do I get an apprenticeship, how do I apply? And for me to be able to help them and actually find out that quite a few of them have now gone on to secure ones at other large engineering firms, it's fantastic for me to see. And as part of that, I last year won the Institution for Engineering and Technology Young Women Engineer of the Year Apprentice Award. So for me to be able to give that back and show people what you can do by going through an apprenticeship and the STEM career is fantastic.
Congratulations. Was that like a fancy hotel? You had to get get dressed up? Is it one of those kind of deals?
Yeah, it was getting dressed up. It was at Savoy Place at the Institute's head office. So that was quite fun.
Well, congratulations, and keep up the fantastic work. Like I say, what an incredible role model that you are, and I'm sure that just listening to you is going to get a lot more women into these STEM subjects as well.
Yeah.
That is Alexia Williams there, the technical lead at a large engineering company, speaking to us as results for A-levels, T-levels and B-Techs are coming in and being released today. As she explained, if you don't get the results that you necessarily want for your results today, or you don't think you're particularly good at exams, don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about whatsoever. There's always another route that you want to go, and it sounds like going down the apprentice route is an incredible one to go down. Results are at 8 a.m. and we're going to be hearing from some students about what lies ahead for them in the next hour. If there's anyone you want to talk to, anything that you want to talk about, give us a shout. 08000 855 949.
BBC Radio